the new UK Immigration Rule 2025, that is May 2025. We'll be looking at the skilled worker visas and other rules. We'll be also looking at the language requirements for the UK visa sponsorship job, that is the COS job. Okay, so if today is your first time, welcome. Please do well subscribe, like this video, and share this information to your friends and family members. So, without wasting much of your time, we are going to have a detailed discussion on it, and we are going to take you through every bit information that you need to know. So, just stay connected and watch the video to the end. So, without wasting your time, let's start.
So it's official. The care worker visas are no longer in existence. The UK government has released new immigration rules that are apparently taking effect immediately, and this is everything you need to know about it. So here's a breakdown of the most important changes. So the skilled worker visas, or what we call sponsorship visas, for those who are coming into the UK to work. Now the educational requirement has been increased to degrees. So for you to be able to move into the country as a skilled worker visa, you need to first have a degree. Initially, it was just A levels, which I think it was the equivalent of whatever, but it was A levels. So you didn't have to have a degree to move into this country to work. But now you need a degree to be able to migrate into the country as a skilled worker. And I don't know how I feel about that. So basically, if you don't have a degree, you can't move in. You can't migrate. You can't move to the UK to work. You have a degree. And then aside that, they've increased the salary threshold. So initially, first there was maybe a basic salary or the salary requirement that your employer has to pay you for you to be able to bring you in or for you to come as a skilled worker. So now it's being increased. And that's also a way to deter companies from bringing people in and rather hiring from here. Because the whole point of the skilled worker scheme was to get people into the country to work, pay them significantly less. I mean, that's what the companies were doing. So instead of hiring someone here and pay them, let's say, 45 grand, 50 grand, or whatever for a job, they can bring someone in from Africa or wherever and pay them what, 24 grand a year or 26 grand a year for a job. But now that's being increased. So basically, what that's going to do is it would give the companies or the businesses no reason to hire you from wherever, because I mean, if they are going to, or if they've got to pay you exactly how they're supposed to pay someone that they have to hire in this country, why would they go through the stress of hiring you and bringing you in? There's also been an increase in the employer cost. So whatever fee the employers were paying to the UKVI or to the UK government, when sponsoring an overseas worker, has now been increased by 32%.
Yeah.
So whatever amount, I have no idea, I haven't got a clue how much they were paying, but whatever amount they were paying has now been increased by 32%. So yeah, basically they are telling businesses that you've got no reason to hire from overseas. You have to hire those in this country, basically. The next thing is the social care visas. So you see, the route for coming into the country as a care worker, social care worker, FCA, whatever, has now been closed. It's gone. It's non-existent. You can no longer move into the UK as a care worker, or you can no longer move into the UK as a social care worker or on a social care visa. You can't do that anymore. It's gone. It's done. Nada. You can no longer do it. And now, I mean, thinking about it, there's probably someone who's giving some money to a connection man as we speak. the man has promised them, yeah, I'm going to take you to the UK on a care visa. I don't know how that's going to end up for that person, but yeah. Now, for that, there are transitional arrangements for those who are already in the country. So, if you're already in the country on a social care visa, you'll be able to extend your stay until 2028. Now, I haven't got a clue what's going to happen after 2028. So, what would they say? I mean, after you extend your visa to 2028, 3 years from now, are they going to tell you, all right, 2028 is up, go back home? Are they going to bring new rules? What's going to happen? So that's that with the social care visas and the social care stuff. So for the student and graduate visas, so the postgraduate visa, that was 2 years, has now been reduced to 18 months. So initially, after you're done with school, you could apply for postgraduate visa. Which was very expensive. I think almost £4,000 to stay in the country for 2 years to work, get a job, whatever. Now it's been reduced to 18 months. Basically, that's what they're telling you. 18 months, and that's it. And then also there's a stricter rule for sponsoring institutions. So universities and colleges sponsoring international students are now going to face tougher compliance measures. So basically, there's going to be a lot of scrutiny before you can come into the country as an international student. Basically, the schools or whatever are going to go through a lot of scrutiny. They are really going to go through strict measures before you will be able to come in the country as an international student and all that stuff. So yeah, that's also something. And then one main thing about this whole change, one main thing is it the settlement and indefinite leave to remain thing, the ILR. So initially it was 5 years. You stay in the country for 5 years and then you are entitled to get your ILR. But now it's been moved or increased to 10 years. So instead of automatically getting your ILR after staying in the country for 5 years, now it's 10 years. After 10 years, you need to apply, then see if you're eligible before they give you the ILR. And now, when they were doing this on the live session, someone asked the question about the ILR, and what was mentioned was that getting a UK citizenship is not a right; it's a privilege. So, yeah, that's that. So, it's going to take 10 years for people to get ILR. What they did mention was that if you are a contributor to the nation, so if you contribute, you're a high value contributor, you contribute to the economy, you contribute to the society, you are probably going to get a chance to, knock some years down and get yours earlier. But we all know that's going to have to be very strict and you have to go through all kinds of loops and stress. And at the end of the day, it's probably not even going to what the stress they put you through for to bring it out. So, I mean, it's probably only a tiny bit of people that's going to be able to get that. So yeah, those are the main things. Although there are other ones like the English language requirement for skilled worker visas has been increased, so you need to really show them that you can speak and write and understand English before you get a skilled worker. There's that. There's the new English test for adult dependents. So if you're coming in as a dependent, you need to go and write the IELTS. So you're coming as a dependent to someone on a skilled worker visa or whatever. You need to show your English proficiency. So yeah, there's that. There's the family migration, spousal dependence and all that. So now there's going to be a stricter scrutiny for, like when you're applying for a visa or to come in as a dependent, because we all know that a lot of the agencies sell out the dependent slot on a lot of these visas to other people. So you have to pretend that like you're a couple to come in the country and all that and all that. But I mean, obviously they know. That's the thing. I was saying it the last time. We behave as if the white man does not have access to internet. They have access to internet. They see whatever we are doing. They see whatever we're saying. So there's that. Now there's going to be very strict restrictions.
So if you have been able to watch the video up to this point, make sure you subscribe, you like, and you share for more information. See you in the next video. Bye bye.